The Remington Report. Sponsored by Heritage Place, the place where champions are sold. Also sponsored by the Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association, promoting quarter horse, app, and paint racing in Oklahoma. And I'm your host, Greg Thompson of StallionResearch.com.
You bet I'll be watching.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Greg Thompson of StallionResearch.com with another edition of the Remington Report. I gotta tell you, I could not be more excited about this upcoming weekend stakes action at Remington Park. It's a heavyweight title fight already in this early part of the year. Here in March, we have two heavyweights squaring off, going toe-to-toe. In the red corner, we have reigning world champion Cold Cash 123 out of the Sleepy Gilbreth barn. 3 straight victories he's coming off of. I have heard from their camp, he says he's training absolutely lights out right now. And in the blue corner, we have the All-American Derby winner, Lano Teller out of the Heath Reed barn. These two have matched up 3 times in their career. Cold Cash 123 is coming out of it, 2 out of the 3 victories. Of course, Lano Teller did defeat him in the All-American Derby. Let's take a look at this big race that they're going to have here this Saturday at Remington Park.
We'll broaden the preview of the Grade 1 Leo Stakes to 4 horses, as we start with none other than the AQHA World Champion Cold Cash 123. He is a 4-year-old gelding by Oak Tree Special out of a Taken on the Cash mare named Hot Cash 123. With his regular rider Roy Valdez in the irons for trainer Sleepy Gilbreth, it is interesting to note that he is around $21,000 short of having $1 million in his lifetime earnings going into the $100,000 event on Saturday. It is also interesting to note that he is only 1 for 4 at Saturday's distance of 400 yards. If you have to peg one horse with the moniker of main rival of Cold Cash 123 in his championship season of last year, it would fall to Heath Reed trained Lano Teller. This 4-year-old Teller cartel gelding himself has earned over $1.5 million in his career for trainer Heath Reed, who has reassigned jockey G.R. Carter with the riding duties. Lano Teller is out of a Mr. Eye-Opener mare named Annie Eye. The first Grade 1 taken by the pair of aforementioned runners last year was the Grade 1 Ruidoso Derby, which saw Lano Teller surge to victory in the final 25 yards under G.R. Carter. Their first meeting came in the Grade 1 Rainbow Derby, with Cold Cash 123 along the outside in the 9 path, with Lano Teller more on the center of the racetrack in the 7 hole. In the Rainbow Derby, the quarter horse racing world bared witness to one of the most impressive closing kicks out there, as Cold Cash 123 rallied to victory on the top end of the race. Count the rivalry 1 win to Cold Cash 123 as they both face off again in the All-American Derby. The arrows point out Lano Teller in the 5 path, but look at the amount of trouble that Cold Cash 123 gets in the race. Jockey Ramon Sanchez charges Lano Teller to victory in the $1.3 million event. Their rivalry is tied 1-1 as they go to Dallas in the Grade 1 Texas Classic Derby, with Cold Cash 123 having the middle of the racetrack to run on, with Lano Teller down along the inside in the quarter-of-a-mile event. Again, Cold Cash 123 rolls to victory with the late kick to win, as Lano Teller fades to 4th. Lano Teller would go on to the Champion of Champions to finish a beaten 6, while Cold Cash 123 made his way to El Paso to contest the Grade 1 Championship at Sunland. With tremendous confidence, jockey Roy Valdez hand-rode Cold Cash 123 to victory, which was the final step needed for him to garner the AQHA World Championship title when it became voting time. Set aside the 2 main contenders and look over to the Eddie D. Willis barn to see 2 serious Grade 1 winning contenders here in the Leo Stakes. This is Streakin' Down, who is seen finishing 3rd in the Remington Invitational Championship in his last start. The 5-year-old Streaking Sixes gelding won the Grade 1 Texas Classic Derby as a 3-year-old, but he is carrying a 10-month layoff into Saturday's race. The other Grade 1 winner from the Willis barn is PK Fire, who is seen here winning the El Primero Derby at Los Alamitos as a 4-year-old. Log on to StallionResearch.com. We have 2 feature stories about the Leo Stakes. This weekend's stakes action also sees the Grade 3 Decetta Stakes. The Paints and Apps are also seeing stakes action at Remington this weekend, and the Paul Harbor Memorial Stakes.
An official representative for horsemen in the state, the OQHRA administers race, benevolence, and scholarship programs, all to better the state of racing in the state of Oklahoma. Visit OQHRA.com.
The Race Recap, brought to you by StallionEsearch.com.
The first highlighted stakes race from this past weekend was the Grade 1 Oklahoma Paint Horse Futurity. Kenny Muntz rode Laos Dio to victory in the $97,000 event for trainer Eddie Lee Willis. On to the Oklahoma Derby, which turned out to be an exciting affair for all, with a 6-horse blanket finish at the wire. As the eventual winning trainer looked at the replay of the race on the infield Jumbotron, it was the fastest qualifier cruising the wagon, ridden to victory by Stormy Smith, that was declared the winner over his stablemate, Eufollow, when the photo finish was developed. It improved the PYC Paint Your Wagon filly's remarkable record of 7 wins from 8 starts. On to the nightcap of Saturday night's racing action, the Grade 2 Oklahoma Futurity. Most eyes were on the fastest qualifier, Midnight Sunlight, who made her way to the track for the post-parade with jockey Stormy Smith aboard. The Vic Hansen-trained 2-year-old filly is a Heritage Place graduate that is by the sire Ivory James. Her qualifying time of 15.319 seconds tops the field going into the finals. But little did anyone know that talented young trainer Javier Contreras had an ace up his sleeve with a $6,700 Heritage Place graduate of the 2011 Winter Mixed Sale named Dash for Coronas, who was the 7th fastest qualifier coming out of the trials. By mid-stretch, the son of Coronas Leaving You powered away from the field in an ultra-impressive performance in the Oklahoma Futurity. The win fattened the bankroll of owner Javier Ramirez to the tune of $143,400. Dash for Coronas with jockey Adalberto Cananoso aboard covered the 300 yards over a fast track in a time of 15.255 seconds. You can read the post-race comments from Javier Contreras about how the horse ran, but here on the Remington Report, I wanted to know what made him choose this horse as a short yearling in the Heritage Sale.
The best thing that it was that he was LA bred and we're running a lot in Louisiana. That's the first thing we saw in the book. And then we really liked him. He was a small horse, and then my owner decided he liked him a lot also. He was a small, just calm horse. We liked him. He was never nervous. He just calm. We liked everything about him.
As a side note, less than 24 hours later at Louisiana Downs in Shreveport, Louisiana, trainer Javier Contreras trained Interesting Man won the Grade 3 Harrah's Entertainment Futurity for owner Javier Ramirez. You can read the full story of this awesome weekend in the news section at StallionEsearch.com. The Remington Report is sponsored by Heritage Place. If you were wondering where you can make a $6,700 investment in a yearling and turn it into a $143,000 paycheck, just ask winning trainer Javier Contreras.
Oklahoma City, Heritage Place.
Heritage Place, the place where champions are sold.
The Breeding Shed Moment, brought to you by StallionEsearch.com.
This week's spotlighted stallion is the sire of the Grade 2 Oklahoma Futurity winner, Corona's Leaving You, who is out of the sire of sires, Corona Cartel, and out of an easily smashed mare named Little Bit Rusty, who herself was a Grade 1 winner. With the Futurity winner, Corona's Leaving You is the #1 leading first crop sire of 2012 thus far. You can view the member stallion page of Corona's Leaving You by logging on to StallionEsearch.com.
That'll do it for another edition of the Remington Report. We'll see you each and every Friday here at StallionEsearch.com as throughout the entire quarter horse meet at Remington Park. And as always, if you can't be at the racetrack, go to AQHA.com/racing. Watch the Q Racing videos for live racing, as well as go back and watch the replays from all the partnering tracks across the country. I'm Greg Thompson of Stallion Esearch. We'll see you next Friday.